Greetings, friends. Happy Wednesday to all of you. As this crisis still continues to impact the United States, there is recently one proposed benefit that could help address the increasing poverty rate. This new relief program would provide extra stimulus money to Americans that cannot afford to pay their expenses, such as for rent or groceries. It may be possible for you to claim this additional financial aid starting next month. So friends, please make sure to watch until the end of this video and do share this video on social media and with your friends and family if they need more honest stimulus news. Also, I will be announcing the winner of today's $75 Walmart gift card giveaway at the end of this video.
It was a very spirited caucus, and I think we have identified some ideas that we're starting to develop, and the goal is clear. We need a credible, simple approach that American families understand. We want to help these families make ends meet, but we don't want to make inflation worse. We've got to come up with a plan that addresses that. Each family has a different challenge, but we know that inflation is a challenge to all of us that we can deal with. And there are several elements that we think are going to help this economy improve. First, have we reached the COVID corner yet? We don't know the answer to that, but there are promising signs as we watch the hospitalizations and death rate go down, just ever so slightly, but moving in the right direction. Secondly, as Chuck mentioned, that we be more competitive. We need more jobs right here in the United States. We need to make sure that workers have jobs, that businesses are expanding. There are many exciting opportunities. Over the weekend, I was with Pete Buttigieg, Senator Tammy Duckworth, and Governor Pritzker in Normal, Illinois. And we were addressing the new Rivian plant and the impact on the economy of creating 5,000 new jobs in that community. Good American jobs making a product in America for Americans to buy. We think that's a viable part of Illinois' future and America's future. Let's find other opportunities to do exactly the same. Secondly, we got to make sure, as I mentioned, competition with China. But the third point is look for the concentration of ownership that's driving prices up. What do the oil companies have to say? Why are the prices so high at the pump? Is it for profit taking? Same questions could be asked when it comes to food products and across the board. We're not afraid on the Democratic side to ask those hard questions and to follow to the real cause of the problem. That means there's got to be a realistic approach and one that the American people understand.
When the crisis hit, many Americans felt the financial shock of a sudden drop in income. And according to a poll conducted by a bipartisan policy center, if the same kind of event were to happen today, many people would still struggle financially. Also, according to the report, there is one solution that could help, and that is emergency saving plans provided through employers. The survey found 42% of employed Americans feel very or somewhat financially insecure. Moreover, 24% have zero savings set aside for an emergency expense. 1/3 of working adults say they would be very or somewhat uncomfortable with their ability to pay a $400 emergency expense. 8% indicated they would not be able to afford it at all. At the same time, 30% of Americans said they could cover a month or less of expenses if their income disappeared. So if employers offered another benefit, which is the emergency savings accounts, that may help employees establish a financial buffer and prevent them from dipping into their long-term investments. Just like retirement plans, the emergency savings account would be linked to payroll. Workers could choose to set aside an after-tax portion of their paycheck towards their emergency savings funds. Currently, just 20% of workers say their employer offers a workplace emergency savings account. Interest in these potential benefits is especially high among young workers. In fact, the Strengthening Financial Security through Short-Term Savings Account Acts was introduced by Democratic Senator Cory Booker. The proposal calls for a certain percentage of earnings or a fixed amount, as determined by the employer, which is to be transferred automatically to the savings account each pay period. The accounts would not exceed $10,000, which would be adjusted annually for inflation. So friends, what are your thoughts on this workplace savings account? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Last Thursday's announcement of the lifting of the summer E15 gasoline ban is expected to decrease the price of fuel in the summer months. despite its inferior quality and negative effect on the environment. The Biden administration estimates that the E15 is about 10 cents a gallon cheaper than the E10. President Biden understands that this won't amount to too much, but he stated, even if it's an extra buck or two in the pockets, when they fill up, it'll make a difference in people's lives. In the summertime, the sale of E15 gas is prohibited due to its effect on worsening air quality. Although ethanol and ethanol gasoline mixtures have higher octane levels and burn cleaner than unblended gasoline, they also evaporate faster. E15 fuel creates a smog that is harmful to people and the environment. That is why the Environmental Protection Agency has a summer ban. And with this being waived, expect declining air quality in big cities in the hot summer months. The announcement of the lifting of the summer E15 ban has been swiftly followed by a further announcement that oil and gas would once be more developed on federal land. The U.S. declared that further releases of oil and gas reserves would be needed to counter the cost of living crisis that is now affecting millions of U.S. families. Midterm elections coming up in November, Democrats are seeing potential support decrease as inflation has struck Americans in droves. However, the move to access more drilling sites has angered environmental groups. The latest climate report from the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change believes that many of the effects of climate change are now irreversible, and that 40% of the world's population are highly vulnerable to these changes. President Biden's new plans for oil and gas are likely to speed up the making of certain parts of the world uninhabitable. So friends, what are your thoughts on climate change? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Well, my good friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video. Thank you so very, very much for everyone who's watching, and I truly hope that you found this video helpful. The winner of today's $75 Walmart gift card giveaway is Patsy Wagner. Congratulations, friend. Please note that if I have announced you as the winner, it's important that you check the notifications page to claim the gift card. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a wonderful and blessed Wednesday.